So this is an ASCII table. It looks complicated, but it isn't. You've got to bear with me, and I'm going to show you literally what each little bit actually means. So basically, if you cast your minds to everything we've learned so far, what I'm going to do is I'm going to point to different sections. The table split into decimal, which means denary numbers. Decimal means denary. It's another way of saying it. You've then got hexadecimal, which you know about. You've then got binary. Ignore octal. Ignore it. You've then got char, character, char, which you're going to need to know about. So, for example, if we were to type a capital A, the binary code for a capital A letter is this. The hexadecimal is this. Our number system is 65. So if you remember 65, if you remember that it's 41 in hexadecimal, and if you remember that 41, well, this is the binary equivalent, and it's a capital A. So that's a useful tip. Capital A starts at hexadecimal 41 and R number 65. Remember that because B will be 42 in hexadecimal, C will be 43, etc., etc. The next one to remember is lowercase a, because then everything else continues from there, which is 61 in hex, which is 97 in our number system. And if you learn the rest of them, it just counts down in logical order. You've then got, let's have a look at these. So I'm being really careful with my drawing. There you go. This area here. Now, the table's split up into different sections. You've got this section, you've then got this section here, but there's more down below. I just haven't print screened it. So you've got things like dollar signs, full stops, but you don't really need to know that. You just need to know it's from 41. Sorry, it's from 21 hexadecimal to 30. You've got things like full stops, commas, etc. You can have a look online. You've then got numbers. Now we know that 2, this isn't 2 in binary, but this is 2 in how it's displayed on the screen. So ASCII is about how it's displayed on the screen and how it's printed out, not how it's processed. Because yet again, we know that 7 in binary is not this number here. It isn't. That is not 7 in binary. But that is 7 in binary for how it's going to be displayed on the screen. So ASCII is about how it's displayed on the screen. Anyway, this section here is all about, in all honesty, data transmission. In the olden days, we used to use a computer to enter in data, but it didn't have windows. You just typed in commands, and you typed in these commands here. So it's used for data transmission, or entering data at a computer terminal. In modern days, it doesn't have much use. Now, moving on. You've then got the obvious types of characters which we use in text space. You've got your letters, you've got your symbols, etc. Full stops, lowercase, uppercase. Now, I'm going to say it again. It's worth emphasizing that this has got nothing to do with storing data or processing data. It's just how data is to look on your screen if you were to type it. So if I was to type the letter W, the computer will recognize I'm typing W because of the binary and the hexadecimal used. Remember that uppercase is different to lowercase. It's completely different. The lowercase a is different to the uppercase a. So my advice for you right now is to learn not just the key facts I've given you about ASCII, but also where things stop and start. So if I said to you, what hexadecimal does capital letter start on, you'll be able to say 41. If I said to you, what's then capital letter C, you'll be able to tell me it's 43 in hexadecimal. or in decimal or denary, you'll be able to tell me it's 65. If I said to you, where does lowercase start? You'll be able to tell me 97 decimal, 61 hexadecimal. If I said to you, what about lowercase p? You'll be able to say it's 70 off by heart. If I was to say to you, what numbers do the symbols start on, like punctuation, like exclamation marks, you'll be able to tell me literally 21 hexadecimal. That's where we need to be at, as well as knowing the key points I've already told you about ASCII. That ASCII is an agreed standard, it's an international standard used to represent text, images, characters on a computer, where it presents it and where it prints it. And that basically parts of ASCII is not used anymore really on computers because it's outdated. So entering these things into a terminal isn't really done anymore. We don't actually do that. So ASCII is used for various situations. Folks, good luck. Off you go. Learn away.